Tidehunter Mirana picked up here. A lot of these supports do a lot of damage. Tidehunter is going to do a lot of damage as well, assuming this is played in position 3. It's fallen
10
off quite a
seconds.
bit, though. I think this hero isn't nearly as popular as it was.
5 seconds.
I would say, yeah. I mean, you're right. I mean, I will say this though. Like, it is a really.
All right,
What are you?
time.
What are you laughing at?
My own joke. Carry
Okay.
on.
I was gonna say the draft here from Wildcard has been entirely reactionary, and it is kind of working out for them. The Skywrath Mage, I think, might be a Babatich hero. To be honest, like they could actually run this into the mid lane versus the Ember
10
Spirit.
seconds.
They could still take Tusk mid, but we'll have to
Starting in
see.
5 seconds. We're the
Slark
route.
picked up here as a response to Tidehunter Mirana. It does crush Tidehunter normally,
Hands up, banning.
but with the Mirana there, it's not as easy. So they'll have to make sure to protect the Slark here. They ban out Drow. Likely I would say probably Faceless Void next. What are the heroes are you really worried about as a Slark?
I think Void is your
It's like
biggest
Void or
worry right
Morphling,
now.
right?
Bloodseeker as well.
Oh yeah, Bloodseeker.
10
So
seconds.
that's one of the carries you have to look out for here. The Slark, like you mentioned, though, quite good against the Tidehunter, being able to
5
spell
seconds.
off the Anchor Smash damage reduction, being able to trade with him quite well thanks to Essence Shift. I feel like Skywrath Mage is reasonably okay in this lane. Both of them, the Tidehunter and the Skywrath, are probably going to pick up Magic Sticks, just be able to spam out Anchor Smash and Arcane Bolt, respectively. So things are going to be fine there. The Mirana, oh god, they're out of reserve time basically on.
Radiant gets the ban.
Okay, I think they have 0 seconds left. So if you don't ban a hero, it'll just be blacked out there. If you don't pick a hero, it'll randomize it for you. So they're completely out of reserve time, but it wasn't randomized.
Mm-hmm. They did get
I
the
was worried
Legion.
for
I mean,
half
the
a
Legion
second.
ban is good, right? It's kind of off meta, but with the Skywrath Mage, it is really good this game
5
into heroes like Ember and
4,
Tide, which can't
3,
get out of the duel. So makes sense. It's kind of a necessary ban, but not one that feels good to get rid of. As for Wildcard, like you said, they still have a couple bans options: the Faceless Void, the Bloodseeker. Probably at the top of the list for them.
Fire's turn.
They instead go for the Naga Siren. Okay, that one makes sense. That is a hero that Slark cannot play into.
Yeah. For all these fish matchups, the Naga
Radiant
Siren
knows
does quite
just
well
who to
against
pick here, I bet.
And there's
Slark. And
Bloodseeker.
it is like we mentioned, the Bloodseeker is the last pick coming out of Alliance.LATAM. You have a fast-paced lineup. You do a lot of magic damage with these heroes. You build BKB relatively early with the Bloodseeker. I think if you don't give these people time to come online, Wildcard is going to struggle in this game. You have a ping advantage here, though,
10 seconds.
because we've got, 3 Europeans on...
5 seconds.
sorry, 2 Europeans. Babatich is in the US now, right?
I don't know. I don't know if they're still boot camping or if they've left.
They were never boot camping.
Well, not boot camped, but like, you know what I mean. I had to bring someone over.
Yeah. What's Babatich's name right now in game?
Babatich.
Yesterday's tomorrow. Very cool. He's at 63 ping. So yeah, they are all located inside the United States right now. We're playing on US East. So
Or at
they do
least
have a
in
bit of
North
a ping
America.
advantage over Alliance.LATAM.
Last pick here for Wildcard. What I mean, it could be a mid lane or an off lane. I'd have to imagine at this point they need to pick something that can shut down this
Dave
Bloodseeker.
Johnson here. Are we starting? We're starting.
Tinker.
All right,
And there it is, mid lane Tinker
Let's get this
instead.
over with.
Бегают врагов по всей карте.
Wow.
Команда фидит. Ничего необычного.
Okay, so Sunlight will take the Tusk to the off lane. We're gonna see Flea on the Skywrath Mage, but Babatich mid Tinker here. How do you feel about this with the heroes that we already see?
I don't think I've seen his Tinker. I remember RCY has been popping off with this hero. We'll see if Babatich can match what RCY does on it, though. I feel like it's decent this game. They don't have great ways of getting on top of him. Like if Bloodseeker gets a Rupture off, it should be pretty easy for him to find kills, but they don't have a ton of stun. Like Rubik Lift is basically the only thing they have to work with, but even that, then they don't have anything that's amazing at catching them from within the trees.
Yeah, that's a really good point. We'll see if he
I
can
think
play
he's
on
good against
the
Ember
tree
Man.
line. Should be really solid for him.
Mhm.
They have a lot of
Um,
damage on the side of Wildcard.
All right, I'd say as far as which draft I prefer, probably Wildcard's draft. I think Sammy did a good job with this one. However, I do think that this former Hikori squad, Alliance, is probably the better team, especially with some of the issues that I've heard this wildcard roster is having with their mid laner joining and leaving. I think if you're on tilt control, playing Tinker is very difficult. It's feast or famine for sure.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I like it. Hopefully we
Also,
get. Oh, go ahead.
every time I'm in the lobby with Flea, he asks for me to be replaced. So, fuck that guy.
That's a pretty reasonable request.
All right, get ready.
All
Let's
right.
get the show on the road. What about you? Which team do you prefer, Ricky?
I'm gonna go wild card here. I think the Slark
Alright.
should have a pretty good lane. Global Silence has a lot of impact this game. And combined with a Tinker who should do well in mid, I actually will go for wild card here.
Please run down mid on Smurfs more. Good luck, have fun. It'd be
Good
very embarrassing if they got first blooded after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna be fine. Dude, see, I'm in with the all chat. This man's on fire.
He has to have some sort of personal problem with these players.
He's got. I think he just likes all chatting. I'm sure he's got personal problem with these players, but I'm not sure if you saw on Twitter the other day. Snake King was just like,
All chatting offensively should be punished.
Yeah,
Yeah.
punishable in competitive matches, which I disagree with.
It's a hard thing. It's like a hard line to draw and like what you would consider punishable.
It's like taking the fights out of hockey.
I mean, you get punished for fighting in hockey.
Yeah, you get punished for all chatting like too aggressively. It's like taking physical contact out of hockey. How about that?
It's nothing like taking physical contact. It's
Yeah, whatever, man. You fucking Americans with your like hand egg and your basketball. Ugh.
Yeah, you're talking
Yeah,
to
well-
someone that agrees with you, man. I hate both. I don't watch any of those sports.
Oh, I see.
I only watch soccer, aka football.
It was soccer.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that all chatting should be allowed in games like this. It makes the game more fun. Okay?
I think it
Like,
depends.
If these players had their ideal worlds, they would never talk to each other. They'll make $1 million playing games. No one would be entertained. They'd play one match a year against each other.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like most players just have each other muted anyway, but
But NA Dota used to be so fun, man.
well,
Nobody
it
talks
used
to
to
each
be
other anymore, though.
unhinged.
It was very unhinged, okay? It was not a good community to be part of. I'm not gonna lie. It was entertaining, though.
Yeah. Did you used to play in the IXDL days?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I also used to play in IXDL back in like 2012, 2013.
Yeah, 'cause you weren't good enough for NEL.
I don't think that was even around then. But anyway, those leagues were not fun to be part of. So, all right. We're going to see the lanes start to get underway. Of course, bottom lane will be Slark, who actually just started for a Magic Wand, which does kind of make sense. He is going to go Anchor Smash level 1 here on Vitaly, so he will be able to farm a lot of wand charges with that. But this lane's not too bad for the Tidehunter as long as the Mirana is able to be nearby, and that's going to be her first arrow usage, and Slark's going to get to work here.
In. I like it. Other than the fact that he is now very low on HP, I like it. But our boy Samson came to lane with 5 tangos in his inventory just to pass some arc when he gets a chance, but he sent himself out 3 tangos at the beginning of the laning phase as well, so he's fine.
We can talk a little bit about mid.
Well in CS as well. Yeah, we can talk about mid. I do think this this favors Tinker. Like, Ember Spirit obviously wants to be able to spam out Sleight of Fist to trade with them, walk him down. If you try to walk up into the Tinker, you get hit with a laser and a couple auto attacks, you really lose those trades.
You also can't Sleight of Fist when blinded by the laser, so he has to like wait that sometimes. And if he actually like happens to time it correctly and like when he's getting ready to Sleight of Fist, it can be pretty rough.
Yeah.
So
not to mention the fact that you also get pure damage here with the laser, so your Flame Guard isn't protecting you from that at all.
yeah, absolutely. A lot of fighting bottom here as they manage to get really aggressive onto the silencer. He's fallen low. Will it be the first blood? 4 HP. Arc with bounce does connect, but not onto the Tidehunter. And instead, first blood's going to be top for Kataro as he's just zooming with all of these low HP heroes, able to just run down the Skywrath Mage.
Yeah, he had like 500 MS a second ago, and the Skywrath Mage was sitting really low. Everyone is at like the maximum HP threshold for this guy's movement speed.
Yeah, you did not bring enough regen to this lane on the Slark.
Yeah, I mean, you start with all these extra stats, the Quelling Blade and the Magic Wand, thinking that, okay, I can trade with them pretty successfully, but they just click you down. This Mirana starts with a bunch of damage items. Tidehunter is a Blightstone right off the bat. As long as they continue to keep Arc's HP fairly low, they're going to be fine here.
Yeah.
Just continue to punish him for not having enough health.
He's sending out... Ooh, Sammy's dead.
No.
Yep. Good old Tide Mirana lane. The good old Gush into Arrow. Easy setup and so much minus armor. So much physical damage. So Slark is farming well, at least. He does have 14 CS, so he's not really getting shut down in terms of CS, but he finally gets his salve off and then walks right into the Mirana to get it canceled. So what can you do?
Sometimes unlucky. I
That was
suppose.
just lack of patience, and now the Mirana, or now the Silencer has to like feed him tangos.
Wait, I need a snack. Was Arc gonna go for a pounce here? I mean, Amisha just chasing him all the way out of lane. Oh my god, these body... Did you see that?
Yeah, I don't think Arc realized what was happening. He could have at least gotten like 4 auto attacks off, but he was just like...
He just wanted to get the bounty rune.
Yeah, he didn't
That's
get
what he
anything.
wanted. Oh my god, Amisho? How did he do that?
Very skillfully.
I'm just
Top
trying-
lane.
oh, top lane, yeah.
Good old tag team there. Gets put to use. And Flea chased down under the tower here. No way to really get out. So Kataro's going to take some decent tower damage. He has to re-aggro this.
Yeah, he does. That body block was disgusting. He didn't move. He was like stunned for 4 seconds.
Yeah, that was weird. He definitely did not realize what was going on there. They're looking for his slight chains. The arrow set up potentially. Oh, he has no points in the Syrian chains yet, so never mind. Just a quick bottle refill.
We live in such a bizarre time where, like, in the past, you die, you like buy a TP, go back to lane and shit. You just get a free TP when you die now, and you head over to the mid lane and refill their bottles. It's like,
Well,
overall,
previously
settled
you
up
would
for
just
dying.
steal the courier and no one would be allowed to use it, right?
Yeah, I just think it's so bizarre that like a death is so marginal, and then it's like helping out your mid lane. Anyways,
Sam goes down again in the bottom lane as
Yeah,
Arc turning over to El Misho. He does not have the damage for this, let alone the fact that he's got leaps, and that is just a double kill in this bottom lane. Arc is not having a good time.
yeah. I would just drop in the chat lines and all chat after his team is dying. That can't be good for morale.
No. Kotaro will survive top lane. I feel like if I'm in this lane against a Tidehunter, Orb of Corrosion seems pretty good, I think. This is not a hero that has a lot of armor, and you just want to be able to sit on top of him, but I don't know. You do need sustain as well, and that's the problem playing in this lane. The 2 points Gush, 2 points Anchor Smash. Just don't ever bother with Kraken Shell.
Top.
Oh my gosh, another kill. This one onto Sunlight, and they'll find us a second here onto Flea. So Kataro off to the races here. 4-0. Top of the net worth by quite a bit.
No, he's got a javelin flying out to himself now. Why do you get the javelin instead of the mithril hammer? That never makes sense
You
to me.
attack super fast. You're just better off with the attack speed proc. Alright, they're going to try and get aggressive here with the rotation from Tanker. They might be able to find the kill. There are going to be... Okay, they get a 1 pick off here onto the Rubik. But Kataro will survive just fine. Meanwhile, Samson trying to absorb some XP in the mid lane. Tanker, of course, has his free boots of travel.
Cool hero.
That is pretty neat.
Yeah,
Arc
cool
bottom
hero.
lane? Okay, he's alright.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing such a good job at keeping his HP low at all times that he's never able to like be aggressive on these heroes and build up these essence shift stacks on him.
He also just has to get to level 6 now, which is why Samson's left. Like,
Yeah,
he needs to get level 6 on Slark, so he has to sustain here. But Tidehunter's going to beat him to it, and we could just see like a really quick Ravage play come out.
yeah. They're being such bullies, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. He doesn't have mana for this Ravage play. Like, he's got mana for just Ravage and nothing else at the moment if he pops it after these creeps here.
If it catches him off guard, you could just get the Ravage into arrow and he definitely dies. But
yeah,
pretty hard one for him to connect with without him getting the Dark back. There's going to be Samson showing up, tossing him a salve and a tango, just trying to give this Slark a little bit more health to play with in the lane until he hits that level 6. Bet top lane looks like they are out. Connect. Okay, so yeah, shards didn't connect. They're actually Elmisho has to be careful. They don't have vision of him anymore though, so Tanker's TP not going to do a whole lot. Arc finally hits his level 6, so with Shadow Dance up, should be just fine in this lane for a while now. And I think at this point, Vitali, like, he doesn't really have kill threat ever on the Slark, but Slark absolutely has kill threat on you. So the lane is like completely going to turn here, I think.
I don't think you have kill threat. As long as the Slark is like below 60% HP though.
Top lane, Tusk super low, gets caught out there as Kataro grabs himself his 5th kill, a little assist there with the analog on the Ember Spirit. Elmisho, he's going to take on down Samson, grabbing that kill.
He had no points in the glaive, so he's not going to get any extra int there. We hate to see it. You have to TP home. Okay, never mind. No, you don't. It's only 2 points in the Arcane Curse. Instead, Mirana's going to come in, refill the Ember Spirit's bottle, pass that one back to him. I mean, one of the nice things about this Ember Spirit Tinker match, I'll get back to that in a second. Looks like we have play happening in the top lane. Tinker's TPing up here. Going for Guitar onto the tower might be a little bit much, though.
You don't have level 6 on Sunlight quite yet, but he will get it off this creep camp. Oh, almost didn't get it. On the backside here, Samson will see Rubik. They do get the silence to dive underneath the tower, the Walrus Punch to follow, and they do finally find that kill. Sunlight's going to be very happy about that, picking up that bounty. Meanwhile, Samson still got his eyes set on Gardic. Needs to be a little bit careful as the backside Elmisho manages to snipe Flea, and Samson will end up burning down to the Ember Spirit as well. So, not a bad return, I suppose, but losing the Bloodseeker, not ideal.
Ooh, runs a pursuit on Slark. It's a nice find. It's gonna be quite easy for him to just. I mean, if he gets like an Orb of Venom, he can just walk down his Tidehunter, no problem.
Yeah, that's why I was kind of a little bit surprised he didn't grab one earlier, but he did. It looks. My guess is like when you play the hero this way, the idea is like you just need to get to your first item. You don't even care about killing the other hero. You just want to like get your item progression.
Instead, it looks like he's gonna go for Echo Saber as his first item.
Yeah.
So he does plan on like contributing fairly early if that's what he's going for. Smoke up on 3. I've had a wild card, and Ember Spirit actually walks into them.
Okay, that'll do it. That's quite a nice kill.
Radiant's middle tower is about to be a pile of smoking rock.
Yeah, that is going to be a problem for the Ember. This Scarth Mage is going to be a huge pain until he gets that BKB online, which I'm sure he has to go like first item BKB this game.
Yeah. Sally's got Mechanism completed now. It's not going to be so easy for Arc to find kills onto them. And they're going to go for a smoke again on Wildcard.
They're drawing lines like they want to find the Bloodseeker, and I mean, it's definitely the right play, but Kataro is so deep in his own jungle, and he's just going to wrap around to the Ancients now. Makes sense. I mean, he's got his Maelstrom completed. 3 points in the Blood Rage. He'll end up grabbing the 4th point eventually, but the smoke, unfortunately, will not connect on anyone. They do get a nice ward behind the mid tower. As 3 heroes show up bottom, so looks like we're just going to be a standard tower swap here. So.
Don't look now, but Radiant's bottom tower is getting obliterated. You can look, it's kind of fun.
Remnant's down. You can come and assist Vitality if anyone decides that they want to try to defend this tier 1 tower down the bottom lane, but keeping into this time to with Gravity with all the Remnants is... You don't win with that one. So
Not at all.
have it.
Radiant's bottom tower is a pile of dust and gravel. If you're in the vicinity of Dire's top tower, I'd put
Top lane Arc just cutting the wave as well. Has his Echo Saber completed. And it is nice. Going for the Diffusal next will also help out in terms of like trying to lock down these heroes and find some kills. But you're going to eventually need... I mean, he has to get a BKB eventually, I'd imagine. But for now, he's going to hold off. Mid lane, tier 1 tower under siege. Tidehunter is here with the Ravage, ready to go. There is Flea not too far away either. They will go ahead, snowball down towards Analog, but he just gets away with a nice Remnants. Tidehunter in some trouble. Global Signs coming through as well. They're trying to stall out this fight, but the Tinker missiles are doing some damage, so they will have to disengage. But Global Silence, you don't actually find a kill. I think that's okay for Alliance.
Yep.
And instead, they're going to find Samson as he tries to go for a D-ward. He stole Global.
Oh no.
That is going to... I mean, they have... I don't know if they've scouted that yet. I feel like they will have to. And they need to be very careful. If the Tinker dies because of that, that is a big problem.
How do you do that?
Oh. He's still just letting those missiles fly. Arc trying to go on over to Gardic. There it is. Global Signs comes off, but he got the Shadow Dance off in time. Rubik healed it by the mech and a beautiful Ravage to buy them some space, and that is a huge turnaround. The Global doing work. Ends up being 2 dead on the side of Wildcard, both cores, as this mid-tier 1 tower is still the target here for Alliance.
Yeah, I mean, the Global Silence apparently didn't affect them inside the snowball.
Yeah, but it prevented Tinker and everyone else from getting in there, right? Like, they just get ravaged on the backside and they can't do anything.
Yeah, I actually didn't know that until I watched that just now. Oh no, the arrow connects with Samson. He's dead again.
Yep, absolutely. They will try and grab the Mirana, and they do indeed. Sunlight there with the Walrus Punch to finish him off. But they got what they wanted. Alliance looking for the tower. They finally take it down, and Kataro is just farming so fast. He almost has his BKB. He is 7-1 this game already on the Bloodseeker.
Yeah, Analog is getting fairly close to his BKB as well. He's what, like 2,000 net worth away? Once they have both those BKBs done, it is going to be very easy for them to take objectives all over the map. It sucks losing towers this early as Tinker. Like, it is so important for you to have map control and like places your allies can TP to. Like, losing any control of the map makes you so much easier to gank.
Yeah. Slark does have his bonus night vision here and can use this to try and find some kills. He's trying to eye up Gardic here, pounce off the mark, pops a Shadow Dance even, and with that, Rubik, is it even enough to kill him? It's not. He ends up getting ruptured, and now Slark has to be careful. Pumps the stick. Shards will connect, and that will be enough to find the kill. All right, nicely done there by Sunlight.
It's just a little snow.
I like Tusk's voice lines. They're all so good.
Yeah. When the show came out, it was super hype. All the different punches having different lines as well. With the text that comes up on it.
Oh, yeah.
Cool hero. We're not gonna be able to connect with Tidehunter. I think they'll be able to stall this one out long enough. They do have a Fortify available as well. And they can have Ravage in like 10 seconds. So
Sunlight
Alliance is
grabs
gonna be
the
happy to
invis.
take this fight.
Okay, that's not bad. They could try and trap Vitali here with the shards, but they don't have the
You don't
follow-up
want
damage.
to.
So
You think you want to, but you don't. Okay.
if you had the follow-up damage with tag team, it could have worked, but instead they're gonna just send it right into the Rubik. Sunlight will get caught there by the Blood Right. Moonlight Shadow popped as well. He does have the mech and a shards he can use to try and buy him some space, but the Ravage ends up just getting thrown instead. Sunlight.
We see Samson.
He's
gonna
gone.
try to TP
Yeah,
out.
nice.
No, he's not.
Good old series chains there from Analog. Finds themselves 2 kills in the process.
That baby is coming down.
And Kataro has BKB. Just like that.
No, not looking too hot right now for Wildcard. I mean, they do have the ability to defend high ground with this Tinker, but it's like you mentioned to me before. It is super important for him to get this Shiva's guard completed, right?
Mm-hmm.
You
Sorry, I was
hesitated
sipping some water at that exact moment.
Okay.
They're gonna find the Mirana here, and that will be finally Slark getting his first his first permanent agility of the game, first kill. He needed that one really bad. But yes, the overwhelming blink Shivas is pretty much the build you need on Tinker. It's how you basically farm, which is kind of weird, but it is.
Yeah. Since they changed around March of the Machines, I feel like Shiva is just like such a sick item on Tinker, anyways. I'm glad that people have realized that like this is the item you want to build like first after your blink. But yeah, once he's got this one done, the game does look a lot easier for him. It's just getting to it is the rough part.
That is a lot of damage from the Slark. Pops a Shadow Dance. He's going to get Vitality here. One more auto attack connects. Global comes out. He's just going to TP. Good communication there on the side of Wildcard. Really good communication.
Yeah. Well played by them.
And that is kind of like the problem with the Alliance draft here. The only hero that really deals with Slark well is that Bloodseeker. So if he's able to have like a pretty free game here, he's gonna be doing a lot of work as this goes late. He's not too far behind in net worth anymore. He did have, oh my gosh, never mind. Yeah, he finished the Diffusal and now he's on his way to his Aghanim Scepter, so.
Finding some kills is worth quite a lot for him. All right, where we're sitting as far as net worth goes. Bloodseeker now finishes BKB. Finishes BKB on Ember Spirit, so he's going to play very aggressive now. He's got nothing to be afraid of.
Yeah. Smoke actually gets detected there by the Slark, but immediate jump on up, they will grab themselves. A quick pick off there onto the Skywrath Mage. Double BKB, 4 staffs coming out from both supports. Where are we at on Tidehunter? Pipe 4 staff. I mean, you're looking at 3 4 staffs, 2 BKBs coming out from Alliance in the next like 10 minutes. So that's going to be very difficult to deal with. Babbage still pretty far from the Shivas, actually. A little over 1,000 gold. Or about 1,000 gold away.
Yep.
I am not a betting man.
Again, once he's got that one done. I'm like it'll change a bit, but you've got BKBs on 2 heroes that need it. You've got Guardian Greaves completed on Tidehunter as well.
Mid lane, Tidehunter.
They don't want to do this.
He's gonna throw the Ravage. It will save him. They managed to catch a Slark. Dark Pack does come through. Rupture will connect. He has to pop the Shadow Dance and TP on the home. Sunlight on the run as they just dive under the tower here. I mean, you baited Ravage, but they've caught Samson on the backside of this fight, so he will know about the high ground ward.
Yeah, he pings that one out immediately. So they will lose their vision they planted up here. They only just got this one up. Still got another 5 minutes left on this ward. The only question is if Wildcard can actually walk this hill and take this one back.
Oh,
but
it's nice smoke.
They will try the smoking up.
I mean, the
this
Mystic
is such
Flare.
A bizarre smoke.
You need the Mystic Flare to find the kill, 100%.
Yeah.
So, an Analog you can't go on because he's got BKB.
Yeah. I mean, Sunlight has Blink.
Well, there it is. They go in. Walrus Punch connects the Chain Suns, but there's the BKB. Will save Analog, and now it's going to swing right back the other way. The Global Science comes through, but the Blood Right doing work. The mech will not be enough to save them as Kataro just chews right through the side of Wildcard. Searing Chains here onto the Skywrath Mage. They do have the Silence, but no follow. That's the problem, right? You can't get the Ember Spirit when he has that BKB.
They might have been able to get him if they had dropped the Flare and the Arcane Seal.
Like right away or something? Oh, yeah. Kataro forced a BKB as Babatich was chasing him. All right.
Like, they got the Walrus Punch off on him before he popped his BKB. They have that and the Snowball. Like, they put all the damage into him as fast as possible.
Yeah, actually, you're probably right. Oh, yeah, it is level 4 Ancient Seal. I didn't really consider that.
It's a lot of
A lot of magic amp.
Or the twins.
So Bamatich does go ahead and buy up his plate mail. On the other side of the fight, ooh, they do manage to grab the Ember Spirit. It costs you only a silencer. So a little bit too aggressive there this time from Alliance without those BKBs. I'm sure they're going to check for the ward on the high ground here, right? Like they know it's there.
Yeah.
Sammy's
just a matter
Sammy's
of
just
actually getting an observer, or sorry, a sentry ward for it.
That should help.
Ooh, a Philosopher Stone. Huge. That will definitely be going on to the Skywrath Mage.
Yep. There we go.
Bottom. Guardic Force Staff. He's going to be fine. Tusk going to be a little bit careful. Will get ruptured up here by the Bloodseeker.
It's a bit of a waste. They're just going to use this to disengage. BKB still on cooldown for another 9 seconds on the Bloodseeker, so they don't want to take this just yet.
My gosh, Bamatich playing with fire right now. Under the cover of Moonlight Shadow, they will not be able to scout him out, so he TPs to safety. So Rupture Moonlight Shadow down.
Safe if the Ember Spirit isn't around.
It's still a 7k lead for Alliance. Does it feel like it's that far ahead?
I mean, they do such a good job at pushing the waves and dodging. Like, Tinker and Slark can just get out whenever they want to. Now that Slark has the Aghanim Scepter as well, it's even harder for them to get their hands on him.
And he's going for the Depth Shroud next. Obvious pickup in this game, honestly. It's a really good counter to the Ravage. If you happen to get the Dark Pact off, you can just Depth Shroud anyone that they target. So, really smart. Smoke up once again here from Alliance as they're going to draw the line north, head through the triangle, see what they can find. Slark, they scan it out. They actually know exactly what's going on here. So they're going to try and hold the high ground potentially. Tinker, of course, able to rejoin at any point. Shards will reveal Roche. And they just TP out instead. They don't want to risk it.
Babatich comes in. I mean, Simpson's holding on to a smoke. They might just group up for a smoke here. They're playing pretty tight together right now. Observer that Gardic into planting is just outside the range of this sentry ward from Sanson, so you know where the silencer is. And they catch Slark on this one as well.
Oh, he's
You
like,
guessed
it's here
poorly.
somewhere. Oh, no. That's the moment when you, like, ask your Slark, you're like, all right, where's the ward? And he's like, it's here, it's here, it's here. And you're like, okay.
It's here.
Well, it's not here.
No. And if all they do this, they just go for a shot on the side of Alliance.
Hype is done. On Vitalis, he's almost got his Force Staff as well. But yeah, Aegis for Kataro. I don't know if he's ever going to actually need this Aegis, because it seems like he's just kind of content farming, which is what we've seen happen with a lot of first Aegises in Dota lately.
Bash should get up next on Bloodseeker. Do you like this one?
I do. I think it's pretty smart. It allows him, like, if he finds a Tusk, or if he finds Tinker, honestly, you might be able to just hold him down.
Instead of having him just TP away from you?
Yeah.
They don't have anyone who hits towers, unfortunately.
That's a good point. You outside of Bloodseeker, you don't really have a good tower hitter. They're gonna
Maybe
smoke
they can-
up. Arc will scout, gets the leap away. And the jump forward, is it gonna come through? It doesn't look like it. They will just disengage. The sentry comes out right away to catch that D ward.
Things are looking dire for Dire's bottom tower. Again, I said that. Their bottom tower is
Oh,
in
Katara
trouble.
tries to get his hands onto Tinker. Failed to scout him out, though. Babatich is going to clear this one out. TV back to base. This is my least favorite part of the Tinker games, man. You dodge fights, you push lanes as safely as possible. Nothing happens. I want blood, Ricky.
Yeah. We'll get it eventually, I'm sure. but it's taken
I'm
it's
sure.
taken a solid while to get to that point. Kotaro is just massively out farming everyone at this point, though, right? Manta, BKB, Basher, all done, almost to the Gleipnir as his next item. But he's 4,000, over 40,000 ahead of the Slark, who queues up the Mage Slayer next. So did manage to pick up the Depth Shroud. Shard, quite good, but yeah, he's not having a good game. Not nearly as good a game as the Bloodseeker. Speaking of rough games, Silencer, forced to try and get away here from the Ember Spirit, but a couple auto attacks underneath the tower. More than enough to finish that off.
Yeah. Dude, Chacha is laying into Sammy for not going for Glaives of Wisdom.
Yeah, 404. This is the Panda Boo build.
Yeah. You just get no stolen in when you find heals, which kind of sucks, but you do more damage.
You do a lot more damage. 404 is a lot of damage on this hero. So I do understand why he does it. Especially considering they're not fighting. They're not really trying to fight or find kills. Like, they only have 12 kills in 27 minutes. Realistically, if he had Glaives, he might have 6 int or something at this point. 6 or 8, which is just not really that important. He'll get it for late game fights, of course, but at this point, he really just wants to be able to have the damage.
Yeah, we're gonna try to set up an analog of the top lane. The Blink Dagger available on the Tusk. I mean,
they might be able to do it with Flea. It's not going to be easy. Ooh, close. Very close. So, managed to survive. They managed to get the BKB, though, which is what they really want. Samson, underneath the tower, does have the Force Staff. Will get out. Arc goes in, managed to get the pounce onto the Rubik, but oh, he gets ruptured right before that pounce. Takes a lot of damage. They don't have the detection quite yet. There's going to be the Ravage coming through. Bloodseeker falling low. Laser to find it off. Arc has to TP on home, but they've caught Babatich. BKB out from the Tinker. Does he have a blink? He's not going to be able to. He's able to walk away here. A little bit more time on this BKB will keep him alive for the moment, but the Ember Spirit on the backside, does he fall? It's going to get chased all the way out. Oh, he remnants away to safety. He's going to survive. 2 dead on the side of Wildcard.
I'm losing that Tinker with a 9-second BKB as well. I thought he'd survive that for sure. Like, just be able to walk out of that one, but even his team jumping in wasn't able to save him. Now, the Tinker that can finally hit the high ground. We'll have a second Fortify to work with here. Tinker will be up not long after that one expires. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to pull off grabbing a Rax.
I mean, you don't have BKBs here. You do have to actually be a little bit careful of what this Skywrath Mage can do, especially with the Slark. Okay, well, they end up pouncing. Tidehunter dodged out. Arrow won't connect, but Vitaly's still on the run. Yule's to almost get him out, but there's the Rupture, and Slark is out of spells. Yeah, that's the one target you can't go for on the high ground there. But
yeah,
again,
I suppose it doesn't
it's
matter
just
how many stacks you have if they just kill you instantly.
Yeah, they have they have 1 Force F actually only on the Rubik, but that is a rough one.
He had 25 stacks there, so he was just going in on the Tidehunter, but fortunately Tidehunter managed to survive that one. So we'll take the tier 3s. They aren't able to get the racks off of that one. 12k now with advantage now for the side of Alliance. Wildcard's backs are against the wall. And I feel like outside the Tinker, the heroes aren't amazing for defending high ground. Unless they can get an Aghanim Scepter done on this Tusk.
Yeah, I mean, the Aghanim Scepter will actually do a lot of work here for the Tusk.
Aghanim Scepter's going to do a lot for the Ember Spirit. I just finished that.
Oh yeah, that's nice. A lot more mobility in the fights, a lot easier for him to find heroes like Silencer and the Skywrath Mage, and of course the Tinker. So Analog gonna have a lot more fun in these fights for sure.
Ooh. The egg getting Shard and Scepter on the Ember Spirit means he's going to be just zipping around these fights. Samson's already dead. You don't know it yet, but
He's dead on my screen.
Moiwa Shinder. Am I right, Ricky?
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
I've never died in Dota before.
Let's see. Cloak of Flames found on the Bloodseeker. Imagine they probably passed that one over to the Ember Spirit.
That's a good one.
You're deciding between quickening charm and it. I mean, it just makes your flame guard even stronger, basically. Extra 45 DPS. He ended up going for the extra searing chains duration instead of the 50 flame guard DPS, though. This ability is sick.
Yeah, I actually really like this talent. It's really good.
Yeah, if you like poking people with Slate of Fist more, it's good. If you like jumping in with your BKB, like, doing like 105 DPS, it's sick. It's like having another Radiance. They tried to get Ember Spear down in the bottom lane, but he managed to dodge.
It was a clean remnant clear. It was really nice.
And his double damage down the bottom side of the river. Grab that on the Ember Spear. This is about to get rough for Wildcard.
Yeah, you got another 4-staff finished up on Tidehunter now. Rubik grabbed the shard, so you have multiple saves here against the Slark. So he's never going to be able to stick on to one target. And you get the Ogre Seal Totem. So, yeah, good luck. You can never kill the Tidehunter now as the Slark. He needs to get to this Lincoln Sphere to prevent Rupture, but even then, it's not easy. They have Babatich trying to just cut waves like crazy.
Efficient here. Slark thinks there was a ward there, but it was actually just heroes. He plays a sentry ward hoping that he wards something.
It's like a monk W, dude.
Yeah.
Skywrath Mage almost has an Aghanim Scepter, actually. So, I mean, that's a huge damage upgrade for Skywrath, but the question if it will actually pay off or not, we'll have to see. Sunlight did go for the... does have that BKB queued up instead of, obviously, like we were talking about, the Ags. He could still swap to it since he does have the Ogre Axe. So we'll see if he decides to make that change or if he decides to hold on to the BKB.
Yeah. It's insane that he's got money for this economy.
He had a really good early game, right? Like, he found a lot of kills early, or a lot of assists early.
That baby is coming down.
And there it is. Aghanim Scepter on the Skywrath Mage, so... the double cast of all your spells. God, you really need, like, a scroll wheel when you hover over these abilities for Skywrath. That's a lot.
Do. I'll pull out my magnifying glass.
Double damage empowers me.
You know, like those Magic the Gathering cards or Yu-Gi-Oh! That just like they keep going and describe what they do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wildcard smoking bottom. Analog, he's in the triangle with a DD rune. He'll grab the outpost, so when that, obviously, they're going to know exactly where they are. And I don't think Analog's going to bother showing bottom anymore. Well, game kind of had a stalemate. Like, not a lot really happening over these last couple of minutes. His net worth has stayed basically static. Each team just trying to farm up. Roshan respawning in 3 seconds, though, as Babatich does get one of the biggest talents in the game, the level 25% CDR talent, and they immediately smoke up and start fighting. So we'll see if they can actually find the target. It's going to be Kataro. Gets bashed immediately, but he got the BKB off. The global is there. Slark chasing from around the backside, trying to take down Gardic, but he doesn't have the damage. He needs more help. Telekinesis buys him some space. Babbage is trying to chase down El Micho. Doesn't have it. He has to TP on home. Arc finally gets his kill, but he's stuck. He's silenced up, and Kataro has done so much damage. There it is. The Ravage connects. They found the Slark. Arc gonna go down 4 for 1.
Yeah. Slark not able to DP out. The only person that gets away from that one is Babatich. I mean, if they get a better initiation off of the Bloodseeker, they might be able to win that team fight, but the stun just didn't come out fast enough. The Arcane Seal was there, but the BKB managed to get popped.
You needed the Tusk to initiate, and it was the Slark.
Yeah.
Like, Slark, like, leaped in, and he instantly BKB'd, which really backfired. The Tusk has to be the one to start the Walrus Punch, then you can go for the Abyssal Blade, but yeah, really quick reaction there from Kataro.
Fastest BKB clicker on the server, I've heard.
Yeah, just like that. He's got himself Aegis. Did he grab the shard as well, or did they give the shard to someone else? I think he grabbed it.
On Bloodseeker.
Was it?
Is there extra pure damage on him?
Yeah.
I don't think it's worth grabbing on him.
I mean, it's pretty much always good. It's never really bad, but... Oh, Snowball comes through. Oh my god, the second Mystic Flare that was off the Ember. Ends up killing the Mirana. Samson ruptured up, falls down. Sunlight here, pops the BKB, but of course, You have the Abyssal Blade. Sunlight just gets bashed up. Babatich on the low ground. He's just way caught out. That is dead.
Yeah, the Abyssal Tendrils end up catching him out there. It stops him from being able to blink away. Nice catch there from Vitaly.
Yeah, beautifully done.
And now Hex finished on the Ember Spear. This Tinker's game is over.
Yeah, it is.
The Hex is flying out right now. Like, you're just going to chase the Tinker to the trees, hit him with that thing. Your team's going to be able to follow up afterwards. You're done.
Bloodseeker is just too farmed. Like, he's had such a good game. He's just jumping on the backside. Analog, there's your Hex reveal. Finds Flea on the Skywrath Mage. And a quick kill there. Slark, not a whole lot he can do. He's just trying to farm up mid, but Kataro making quick work of the barracks. So Alliance, 37 minutes into the game, will finally crack the high ground. He's gonna buy back on Flea. You have Silencer up with a global silence. Is it enough? Kataro still has BKB and Aegis. Maybe they can force the first use of it, but they're gonna jump in. Walrus Punch does come through. Bloodseeker. 4 staffs away. He's actually alive.
He's already dead.
No way. He managed to survive. Oh, there he goes. All right, Tusk on the high ground gets brought down. BKB was not available, and Arc, he's the only one left. Skywrath Mage had to run. He does have a pounce, but it gets blocked there, and they continue to chase him down. Flea falls up inside the fountain. Babatich now bashed up outside the fountain. The Ravage comes through. He gets the BKB off, but he's going to try and chase here. Babatich wants to try and force the fight now as they're trying to get away here on the side of Alliance. The global science does come through, but do they even have the damage? You bought back on Slark. You've got to get something. The E-Blade comes through, but it's not enough damage. Clean disengage from the side of Alliance.
3 buybacks on Wildcard. They don't manage to catch any heroes. 31k net worth advantage for Alliance now. They are popping off. Morale's got to be low. I mean, there's always a condition to victory when you have Tinker and Slark, but getting there at this point ain't easy. I think you just wait for Ravage to come back up and then run it back on Alliance.
I don't even know if you need to, honestly, but they probably will. They have to worry about getting waves in again. It's not going to be simple. You've got this Babatich Tinker who's being super annoying.
Well, they don't want to play passive. They smoke up and they're going to try to leave their base and catch them off guard. They're not moving the right direction, though. If they go this way, they're just going to miss them.
I mean, they don't really know where they're going to be, but they're drawing the line towards bottom now. Scan up onto the high ground. Oh, they saw Analog. Sunlight goes in, gets the Walrus Punch. He has no BKB, you're right. That should be a hold down onto the Ember Spirit. They do manage to find the arrow onto the Tusk, but it's not nearly enough. Ooh, wait a minute. Sunlight in some trouble. Doesn't get the BKB off, but the Depth Shroud. Nice save there from Arc, but now he's in trouble. He's gonna have to Shadow Dance and TP on home. Meanwhile, the Tusk has his BKB, finally gonna pop it. And Tinker on the backside's made quick work of that Rubik. Now with the assist on over to El Misho, gets himself a double kill. Sunlight with a blink out, will survive for the moment, but Kataro, he's hunting. Tinker TPing on in. Babatich, can he help him here? E-Blade to try and save him, blinks away. Kataro still has his BKB. Sunlight blinks to the safety once again. Babatich is just playing with him. He's gonna get out. And it was all space. Tusk survives at the end of the day.
Well, they managed to keep some heroes alive rather than waiting in their base for Alliance to bring the fight to them. They leave. They managed to catch a bunch of heroes.
Well, I say that Sunlight's under a ward. He just got ruptured. Snowball through. Walrus Punch comes in as well. He does not have the damage to kill Kataro. So, you know, he tried. He almost got out. Almost.
Unfortunate. We'll stall the game out for a little bit longer at the very least. I'm trying to think about like what the game-changing items for Wildcard are. You're working on Shard on Skywrath Mage, and she throws out a lot of arcane bolts. I mean,
ooh, Babatich? He's in trouble. Gets popped by the BKB, and that's a dead Tinker. Dude, Kataro's just toying with him there.
Yeah, I think he realized that he can't actually just stop attacking him, otherwise he gets lasered, and then the guy blinks away. He's like, alright, I'll finish him off. On second thought, I can't play with this food.
Yeah. Huge kill, though. Gives himself a nice little 600 gold there. Putting that Tinker off the map will allow them to push in the waves. Meanwhile, top lane, Analog will find
you see the net
Slark.
worth difference between this Bloodseeker and everyone else in the game?
Yeah. Kataro's kind of farmed.
This is disgusting.
Dude, the flicker is so good this game too. Just instantly getting rid of things like the blind, the global silence, or pretty much anything. So allows him to not have to pop the BKB or the Manta.
5-second cooldown Dispel is kind of busted.
There's certain games that make flicker really broken. This is definitely one of them.
Yeah.
Don't look now, but Radiant's bottom tower is getting obliterated.
Oh my god, yeah, that's a lot of damage. Good old Skywrath Mage.
Yeah.
Did put Mystic Flare on
up.
cooldown, but Kotaro can just heal all that back off inside the jungle. He does have the Swift Blink queued up, and it looks like he is going to go for it. So the Blink Dagger purchased. Spell Prism dropped there. I guess Tidehunter or El
Ember?
Nisho? I don't know.
We're
Hard to
probably
say.
going to Ember.
Oh yeah, you could throw it on Ember, huh?
Yeah. I believe Ember's card
Oh,
is
Ember's
right
got
now.
Timeless Relic.
He'll still take it. He'll pass the Timeless Relic over to the Tidehunter.
Yeah, Tide actually has Refresher now, so yeah, Timeless Relic does a lot of work.
Maybe Tidehunter holds on to Stormcrafter. I don't know. The mana regen as well as another Dispel feels pretty good. You never have to worry about the silencer between the Guardian Greaves, Kraken Shell, and Stormcrafter.
Mirana has a Scythe of Ice.
All right.
So there's your second
just one of those
control
games.
items.
Yeah. They've set the device on both the Mirana and the Ember Spirit. Again, they're just trying to... They're playing Catch Tinker.
Really taking a beating.
Arc doing a little lap here in the jungle, scouting for wards. He just jumps right up onto the high ground. He's like, yeah, there's a ward here, guys. Oh my god, he achieves both leaps. Instant Ravage. He does get the Shadow Dance off, but there's a refresh coming through.
Dude, they're not
Global
having
silence,
this
though. Arc's
shit.
actually going to be okay for the moment. Yule's into the snowball on the top side. Katara with the BKB. It's out. They found the Skywrath Mage. Depth Shroud will actually protect them for the moment, but Tusk will fall. Arc trying to TP on home. Won't be able to. Nice Mystic Flare doing the damage, but can they get Arc out? It's not going to be enough. It's going to cost you your Tinker here. Running away, Katara. Is he just alive? He's just surviving? No, in comes Analog. Chains holding him in place. Arc will go down next, and Sunlight, he tried his darndest, but it's not going to be enough. The buyback on the Tinker. It's time to run. Alliance, can they do it? They will not chase.
I don't know what the hell I just watched. Analyze. Yeah, that blew 2 Ravages. Refresher Ravage under that Slug to try to get him. And the Slug manages to get out before re-engaging into the fight, coming back in. That was questionable, my man. That was incredibly questionable, especially given that Roshan is respawning right now. If Roshan respawned right this second, you can control the pit right now with Wildcard. You wouldn't be able to take it with the heroes that you have, but you would have felt pretty silly.
Oh, they see Gardic under the smoke with the Tinker. He's going to jump in, try and start this engagement, but the Moonlight Shadow comes out right away.
They can't go. I mean,
If they
Ember
can
Spirit
get
is like
this
their
gem
main
off of
initiator.
El Misho, it would be huge. Sunlight in some trouble here. Kataro ready to go. Oh, the Moonlight Shadow barely expires. He jumps in. He finds Flea, though. That's the beautiful pick off that they need. Trying to TP on out. But the Abyssal Blade comes out onto the Tusk. He drops the Walrus Punch. No Snowball, but does have some shards. Trying to buy himself some space. Blink available in a couple of seconds. Sunlight should be able to get... Oh, no, he blinks into the creep wave. Oh, no. Snowball buying some space. Wait a minute. Tinker. He comes in. Can it be enough to save him? No. Babatich will dance away from this fight. Samson might not be so lucky. 4 staffs to the low ground. Yules will connect, and the chase continues. They will find 3 for their troubles. Alliance looking very good as Roche is coming up. Arc goes onto the high ground. Manages to find Gardic. But once again, Babatich, you need to be careful. He needs to get away from Analog. Shadow Dance does come down, getting kited out. The Hex comes through. No way to save him. Gardic with the schmoves.
Okay,
I think-
Catapult is still alive. They have 1 creep that is inside the base right now. As long as they keep this one alive, they're going to be able to take 2 sets of racks. Your
Yeah.
Fortify available.
I mean, with Slark being down for 60 seconds, no buyback, I can't imagine you can hold this on the side of Wildcard anymore.
Keep the Cardi alive.
That death was
Don't look now.
definitely unnecessary, trying to die for the Rubik there.
I mean, if the Slark wasn't there, the Ember Spirit would have turned his attention to Tinker. Babbage might have been able to dodge that one out, but this is all they've been doing in the last like 20, 25 minutes of this game is dodging fights from Alliance. Look, it's 41k net worth advantage. Like, it's threading a needle trying to execute these plays for them.
Yeah.
Pressure Orb now completed on the Ember Spirit. I mean, he's got 10 remnants to work with now. He opted to go for the double Slate of Fist instead of the...
I think that's correct,
Remnant
this
cooldown.
game.
Yeah. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. He's not really using Slate of Fist. Like, that's not his main utility in this game.
Well, Samson went for a D ward, and he's going to die for it.
Yeah. It's too easy for this Ember Spirit to move around the map now. He's dancing
Slark
everywhere.
finally finished his Lincolns, man.
Yeah.
Smart money.
Roshan being gone on. There's no way for them to contest this.
No, not at all. Ooh, he's got to go back for the Pent Edge Sword. Yeah, all right. Well, Roshan number 3 with a Refresher Shard on the deck. Who do you even give it to, honestly? Mirana, I guess? Double Hex? Yeah, why not? All right, Tinker used that TP to Slark to get to the secret shop and will have his Scythe now, so see if they can hold. Mega Creeps are here, though, and they don't have great wave clear for this, to be honest.
No.
Level 25 on the Tinker, so has the laser damage. Just seems like it's tickling the creeps at this point.
I mean, it's a matter of when Tidehunter wants to go in.
Yeah.
It's double Ravage at level 25.
Oh, Global Silence does come through. The Ravage does not connect onto anyone. That is the first one. The Flak will come through as well from the fort. They turn their attention on the Tidehunter. Nice 4-staff away. Arc gonna pop that Shadow Dance and see what he can find here. The Silencer just getting beat down by the creeps. And a reverse Global Silence. Wait a minute.
Radiant's middle tower.
Did he steal it again?
Yeah, tier 4 towers. They're gone. Throne's exposed. The first hit bash there. And managed to get on top of Samson, but Kataro in some trouble. That's going to be his Aegis. Refresher popped here from Analog. A second BKB and more remnants are available. He's just dancing around in the pit. And it does get the dieback there on the Ember Spirit. Now they go in. Beautiful Ravage there to stop the initiation. They've got it on top of the Slark. Can he get help? The Hex is there. They managed to bring him down. Sunlight will be next. The buyback's going to come through. Does manage to kick the Tidehunter back into the base, but Babatich goes down. That's a dieback on your Tinker, and Arc, he's alone. Nothing left in the tank. The GGs come out, and Alliance will close out the game here at 50 minutes.
I mean, they played from behind the entire game, but they did not give up. I mean, they played this Tinker game fairly well, so being able to defend, but we had mentioned Alliance. They looked like the stronger team at the beginning of this one, so did what they do. Kept Wildcard box in their base, out-farmed them, and ended the game 55-19. So nice start to the day for Alliance Latin America. Like I said, the good Alliance team.
Dude,
Like they've
Kataro,
released one roster winning.
yeah, Kataro went like 7-0, died, and then never died for the rest of the game. He's 29-1 on the Bloodseeker. You can't ask for a better Bloodseeker performance. And honestly, a lot of that set up on just like just a great pick. Like, right, you get last pick there, you get that Bloodseeker, and just setting yourself up for victory. Well played.
Yeah, looking good. This, of course, is the halfway point of the day, Ricky.
It is hard to believe that, considering we are already almost 4 hours into the day. So we'll have to see. We're going to go to a short break, everyone, and we'll be back with game number 2 here of Alliance versus Wildcard. We'll see if they can hold this one together in game number 2, everyone. So stay tuned. We'll see you in just a bit.